Yeah.
Basically, I want to ask you, why don't you believe that Kabila is fit to run the Congo?
Can you repeat your question?
Why don't you believe that Kabila is fit to run the Congo?
All right, okay. There's two things I would say to answer to your question. First of all, we have all the proof, all the necessary proof that Kabila is not Congolese. You know, I don't think here is the best place to tell you. It may take me a long time, but we have proof. If you want, you can ask us to send you all the emails, all the information we have on the email. But let me go to the second side of your question, which is about him fitting to run the Congo. You know, Kabila, he was a driver. Even though he's not Congolese, he's from Rwanda. But if he was able, at least, to run the country, we would forget him, would leave him just stay there. But unfortunately, since he was a driver, he sent his CV. His CV, you can go in the CENI website, you know, the Electoral Commission. If you go there, you will see Kabila CV. On his CV, he never mentioned about his true story, being a taxi driver, and then coming the army. I'm telling you just what he is really. He was a driver, and then from his uncle, who is Rwandan, what is his name? I forgot the name. He took him in the army when the rebellion started. Kabila rebellion started, and they came to Kinshasa to get the power. And then suddenly, he became the first man, in the army, which is strange, someone on his statue. But in his CV, you will see Kabila going in the French college in Tanzania. But we checked everything. There is not his name in that school, which is mentioned on the CV. There's nothing at all about Kabila, Joseph, or even we call him Kanambe. We thought maybe we could find at least his other name, his true name, Kanambe. But even Kanambe, it is not in that college. You can go check on the CENI website. You see, he went to a Tanzania college. He never been there. And then you see somewhere else, he went at the uni in Tanzania. We checked that uni. There's no such name. Either Kabila Joseph or Kanambe. Kanambe, what's the other name? Remember, Kanambe, we call him Kanambe. Yeah, it will come later. So, yeah, there's no other such name, Joseph Kabila or Kanambe. And then there's another thing in the CV. He went to, high school in the army somewhere. The only thing we know, he went in China for 2 months. And that was the time they were preparing him to come and overthrow his dad. His dad between brackets, to go to power. So that's the problem. So a man like this, who doesn't even show his own CV, he doesn't really agree with his own dad's name. His own dad's name. Someone like that. Even if we could at least on 10 years stay there to change the country, maybe people would at that time forget about his origin. But unfortunately, he was unable in 10 years. He was not able to Congo. You know Congo is the last country, the poorest country in the world? Did you know that? Not apparently, they are officially. Yes, it's declared last month. If you want, check me. I will show you, I will send you an email about that. Congo was declared last month the poorest country in the world. But we always, as your dad will always tell you, we are the richest country in the world, potentially. How a country which is potentially the richest in the world can go to be the poorest economically? Why? And it never happened before. Before Kabila took Joseph Kabila, Kanambe, the two names. It never happened before. Only now. But they are talking about Saint-Chanté, Saint-Chanté. What Saint-Chanté mean? If the country is the post the world, what's Saint-Chanté? Just 6 kilometers of a road. People are not eating. People are not going to school. There's no means for hospitals. So why would they have to live? Today, as Congolese, what we say, they have been there for more than 30 years in the opposition. For more than 30 years. He was in the opposition against Mobutu. He was in the opposition against Kabila, Laurent Désiré, and then he stayed in opposition against this young man, Joseph Kabila. So, not only because he's the oldest in the position, but for us, we believe he's the person, we see in him someone who can bring the change. Because he has been, you know, stable in this fight. He's been stable. He's never been corrupted. They tried him. Mobutu tried him to get him to corrupt him, but he refused. Even that young man, he tried to get him with him to corrupt him. He didn't want to. So we still believe this is our chance. You know, I'm not saying there are no other people who can do the job. But at the moment, the person everybody agrees, the person everybody knows at the moment, we believe it is that man, Tshisekedi. You know, and then, after years, young people, there will be leaders everywhere. The democracy will be there. And then, between Congolese, we see who may be running the country in the future. But at the moment, he's the only one we know. That's why you see everybody behind him. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.